Looking over some of the agreements made by the Tampa Bay Rays, by the New York Yankees, and by Tampa and Pinellas County and St. Pete, it's very clear that the Steinbrenner Field solution in downtown Tampa is only going to be a solution for 2025. The Rays are going to have to find another place to play in 2026. Brody Brazil on YouTube has done a lot of really excellent reporting on this, and if you want more information on the nitty-gritty, I would definitely check out his channel. But the other side of this is how MLB will approach this. Will they take the New York approach from 1974 to 1975 or the post-Katrina New Orleans approach? And the difference between those two is that the NFL and MLB knew that they needed their flagship teams in New York. And so they figured out a way. So for over 1974 into 1975, at one point, the Giants, Jets, Mets, and Yankees all played at Shea Stadium in Queens. They all had to share the same stadium. It was not a great situation. The Yankees had to play there for 2 years. The Giants had to play there for 2 years. The Giants got so fed up, they actually played at the Yale Bowl in New Haven, Connecticut for a year. And it was basically just a solution to try and figure out a way to get through that year. But they knew that they were coming back. The city of New York had already approved the funding to to renovate Yankee Stadium for the Yankees, and the Meadowlands complex in New Jersey had already been approved for the Giants. However, in New Orleans, this is a much more similar situation to what Tampa Bay is facing right now, because the Trop is not going to be ready for 3 years, and a new stadium is not going to be ready for 3 years. And the Trop can't be fast-tracked unless there's money that the county of Pinellas and the city of St. Pete are just not going to put up. So it'll be very interesting to see if the MLB tells Tampa Bay, hey, we want to test out Austin, Texas. We want to test out Portland, Oregon. We want to test out Salt Lake City. And it'll be very, very interesting to see if they test that out as a potential expansion or potential relocation. Because remember, the situation with the Sacra Vegas Athletics is not set in stone right now. The funding from the athletics isn't in place. The stadium has not been built in Vegas yet. The funding really isn't fully in the concrete yet. So it'll be interesting to see what MLB does to essentially get its house in order, because they've got two teams in untenable situations in their current stadiums. You have the Athletics playing in a AAA ballpark, and potentially the Rays for a significant period of time playing in a single-A spring training complex. It'll be very, very interesting to see what happens with the Rays. It seems like the Athletics have a bit more of a concrete plan because they knew this move was coming, but it'll be fascinating to see what Major League Baseball ends up doing with the Rays to see if they're going to keep them in Tampa Bay or use them as a test market for an expansion or relocation, because it seems as though that baseball in Pinellas County is not going to be ready for a number of years.